Hey y'all, um, it's your girl Desiree. Hope y'all can hear me. You guys should turn the fan. The fan is a little bit loud. It's okay. You can still hear the other one, but at least it won't be as loud. But I wanted to come on and basically talk to y'all about a few thoughts that I had my lock journey since I started. Gotta get some water because I am thirsty. Excuse my appearance. I ain't really get to do a lot, but I wanted to show y'all my hair before my retwist. Was supposed to get one closer to my birthday, so this is my hair basically without a retwist. See how thick it is. I'm just getting it long too. I mean, it feels short to me, but at the same time, I know it's getting long. Y'all know my journey. I had to cut my hair. Well, I didn't have to, actually. So that's basically that. This weather, you gotta drink water. It's so important. So, the first thing I want to say is that, and this is kind of impromptu, I don't really have any notes, but the first thing I want to say is that I'm grateful that I've stuck with my journey up until this point because sometimes, like, when you start a journey, at least for me, it's not really hard for me to start things, unless it's like something really, really scary or I'm just like really, really, really indecisive. But once I make up my mind, it's really not that hard for me to start things. My thing is just being consistent. So I'm glad that I've been able to be consistent with this journey and stay on it for 2 years. Last month made 2 years. So that's one thing that I'll say that I'm happy of. Another thing is also I've been trying to slowly learn about my hair because I don't really do my hair. I've never really been one to do my hair because I'm not really good with hair, at least my own hair. I didn't learn about my hair growing up. I didn't, even the people that were raising me, they didn't really know how to manage it. So I was always kind of sent to the salon because I have very coarse, as you can see, very coarse, um, kinky hair, and I also have a lot. And when I was young, my hair was like long too, so it was just a lot of work. My grandma would be trying to comb it, it would be hurting me. And she was just like, okay, I'm just gonna send you to the salon because my grandma always wanted to make sure I looked nice going to school. My hair was done. So I would get the hot comb and all that. And I'm not gonna go into the whole journey of my hair and how it got up to now. You can see some parts of that on YouTube with different journeys that I've been through. Maybe one day I'll talk more about how it started from when I was a child. However, yeah, because of all of that, I just didn't really have experience working on my hair. So now that I have this lock journey, I've been trying to learn more stuff about my hair, like keeping it moisturized. Like that's a challenge for me. It's been a challenge for me my whole life. Like, and no matter what kind of style I have, no matter what kind of form my hair is in, whether it's relaxed, loose, natural, locks, like moisture has always been a challenge. I think I have low porosity hair because my hair like takes a lot to get wet, but then it holds water like a mop. It's like it's how you have like a really heavy mop and it's like you have to drench it in order to get it wet, but then to get the water out, you gotta really wring it and wring it and wring it and wring it, and it takes forever to dry. That's kind of how my hair is, and because of that, it can be challenging to really get moisture in. Um, Using certain products, sometimes it just sits on my hair and it just causes it to be dirty. I've had that same experience in the lock journey where I've tried different sprays and I'm like, this spray is making my hair more dry because it's just sitting on my hair. Now my hair feels dirty, it feels nasty, now it has a smell. And I didn't have any of these issues before I used the spray, so I stopped using sprays. I used to kind of make my own little spray with like rose hip oil, um, a little bit of jojoba oil, and like rose water. And I was trying that, and it was pretty decent because it was kind of light, but it just wasn't really helping. I felt like it was just making the situation worse because I felt like I had to spray my hair. People kept talking about, oh, you gotta spray your hair every day, you gotta keep your hair moisturized, and I just felt like that was making my situation worse. So I just stopped using it. It was the same challenge that I had when I was a loose natural, where I would have challenges sometimes with my hair being tangled or just being dry, and people would tell me, oh, spritz it with water. And I'd be thinking to myself, I don't know if that's gonna work because when I spritz my hair with water, it kind of expands and it gets poofy and then it just gets dry. So I tried that, and that's exactly what happened. It made my situation worse. So sometimes you just have to be careful listening to other people, and you just have to really learn about your own texture and your own hair. A lot of these people that are saying that they may not even have the same density as you, they may not have the same texture, the same curl pattern, they may not have the same climate that they're living in. Like, there's so many different factors that could play a role in why your hair does what it does or why it doesn't do what you want it to do. And then also changing your expectations. Like, when I was relaxed and I had a really good stylist at the time, she was telling me, like, your hair is not meant to be bone straight. Your hair naturally holds a lot of curl because your kinks, your hair is so kinky. Like, I have such tight coils, right? Because my hair is like 4C. So even when I'm relaxed and my hair is straightened, it still sometimes holds a curl at the ends. And I would hate that. Like, oh, why won't it be going straight? Because I would see other people's hair and their hair would be straight, all the way through. And my hair would always have a curl. Like, even when you see my locks, like, some of them, it's hard to tell, but some of them are kind of like, they kind of like the way that they come in. My hair is just, it doesn't want to lay flat. It just doesn't want to do that. My roots are very, very coarse. Even like when I'm relaxed, sometimes the nape doesn't even fully get straight, even with a relaxer. And that's the first place they start. So it just goes to show like how coarse my hair really is. And I've just had to accept that that's just the texture that I have. And if I keep trying to, for example, leave the relaxer in longer, then I'm going to get burned. I'm going to, mess up my hair. If I try to use a flat iron, I'm using it too much or too often, too long, that's going to burn my hair. If I try to blow dry it too long, you know what I mean? Like, all these different things trying to make my hair look like somebody else's instead of just accepting that this is the texture that I have and I need to just embrace that. That doesn't mean that I can't alter it or play around with different styles, but even with that, I have to understand that my hair is going to do what it wants to do. And that's okay. My hair is unique and I don't have to have my hair look like anybody else's hair. That's not necessary. So that's just something that I learned it before I got into my lock journey, but now I really had to like be forced to learn it because now it's like I don't do a lot of stuff to my hair because I don't want my edges to break. I don't want my I don't want to over like retwist too often. Like, I don't want to be wearing too many tight styles, So because of that, I kind of been letting my hair kind of like be free and do what it wants to do. Some days I will like, wear a ponytail. I'll put half up, half down. It's hard to do like a full ponytail because it's so full and it's still kind of short in some parts of it, like on the top and the sides. But I try not to do that every day. Like, I try to sometimes just wear my headband. Like right now, because my edges are looking, look at that. You see how coarse my hair is? Yeah, that's how coarse my hair is. It's very, very coarse. And then let me show you my nape. Because years ago, somebody tried to humiliate me on the internet with my nape. So now I can show it myself, and I can be okay with that. Let's see my nape. And I have some baby locks back here. These are like lock. Well, this one's probably like been there for a while, but these two are new. They were made over time, so that's why they're smaller. But as you can see, my nape is very coarse. And it used to have like hardly any hair back here because it kept breaking because of the coarseness. But now it's growing in, as you can see. So that's cool. What else can I say? Also, another thing is learning to be confident. Like I've been learning to be more confident with my hair. Like I started learning that before my lock journey, but I think lock journey once again kind of like forced me into that because I really didn't want to wear like extensions. I talked about this before. Like I really didn't want to wear extensions. I really didn't want to um use anything that would make it easier for me. Like I wanted to have the full experience. Like I said, okay, for the first 2 or 3 years, at least maybe now that I'm at 2 years, I'll probably go like 3, 4 years. I won't use like any type of extensions or anything. I really want to just allow myself to just be comfortable with my hair, my length, and the process of it growing and really filling out into the fullness of my hair. And not being concerned about other people's comments, other people's looks. You know, you get certain type of looks from people. Sometimes people look at your hair like you don't know, like if they're looking at it because they're curious or because they don't like it. I've had people, as I've talked about in other videos, say like, "Oh, your hair was so much beautiful before you got locks. Like, why did you do that to your hair?" You know, just negative comments. I try not to take it personal because these are not people that are like out to get me or anything, but I just have had to learn like not to take on that stuff because that type of negativity is not healthy for me if I'm trying to learn to be comfortable with myself and my hair and my lock journey and going forward in life in general. Like I don't, I'm so used to people saying negative things about me since I was a child, and it can go one way or the other. Either you can just be like, "Oh, I'm so used to this," but then on the other hand, it can just be devastating because it's like I'm tired of having to go through this all the time. So it's kind of a double edged sword because it kind of like develops you to learn how not to let people's comments get to you, but at the same time, it can be triggering. So I'm learning to like, yes, I'm still human, but I'm learning not to let it trigger me as much, and I'm learning to just accept that that's just the way things are and it is what it is. What else? I don't want this video to be too long. Like if y'all have any other questions, I'll try to do a video or come on live, but I think now my focus is more so on the health of my hair. Like I still do want it to be long. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of waiting for the sides to grow down more. Not even just because I want it to be long, but just because sometimes like I want to do a half down, and sometimes it just still sticks up like this because it's short, like on certain parts. Like when your hair gets long, you can kind of do a little more with it, but then at the same time, I'm trying not to rush it because I know from experience having long hair and having so much of it that it becomes to be a lot of work. Even when I've been relaxed and my hair was long down my back, it was still a lot of work. So I already know that I don't want to. I want to enjoy the process of my hair being at this length because it's long enough to where I could wear it down and it's cute. To do different styles and stuff like that, you could do a little more with it, but it's not so long to where like it's constantly getting in the way. It's not heavy. Like it's becoming a little more work because I washed my hair. Um, I think like 2 weeks ago and 2.5 weeks ago or so. And it was like a lot of work because I have so much hair trying to get it to be clean. And yeah, it was a good amount of work. But, um, and I feel like washing my locks is a little harder than washing my loose natural hair. And the reason is because my locks are thick and, my hair, like I said, I believe is low porosity. So it takes a lot for me to get water into it. And because it takes a lot for me to get water into it, I really have to drench my hair. And then it takes maybe 1 or 2 times for the shampoo to really lather, really clean my hair. So I'm usually going over my hair 3 or 4 times, maybe five. I notice in the salon they do the same thing. They wash my hair constantly until they eventually finish washing it. It was the same when I was relaxed. Like the stylist had to wash my hair multiple times. Like when she would do a touch up, she would have to wash it like a few times, like with the water, then like 2 or 3 times with the I think it's naturalizer, and then like 3 or 4 times with like the shampoo. Like it was a lot of washes and washes and washes and constantly making sure all the relaxer was out. I remember there was one time she had washed it so much, and you would have thought the relaxer was out because it had been 6 or 7 times. And then she was like this, doing something. She was like, "Do you feel something?" And I was like, "I think so." And she was like, "Still relaxer. It looked a little tiny bit." And she had to go back and wash it. She's like, "I'm gonna have to wash it like 7 times," like because it's just so much hair and it's just so coarse that you could be washing and washing and washing and washing and thinking you're getting everything out, and my hair holds on to things because it's so coarse, it's so thick, you can't always see everything. And because I think the porosity, maybe, I don't know if that also applies to chemicals, but it really, like, you gotta really wash it to get stuff out of it. So because of that, it's a little more challenging for me to wash it now, because now I'm also trying to make sure I clean the locks themselves. Of course, the roots are important, but that doesn't mean that I still don't need to clean these. So I was having a little trouble getting these to lather, I think because they're so thick. So I was trying to go like this and really, like, but then it's like so much of it. So I was just like, oh man, it was like I was tired. It was a lot of work. And then I was doing it in the bathtub. We don't, excuse me, really have like a shower. So I just kind of have to like lean over and just like wash my hair like that. So it's almost like you're doing kind of like acrobats to wash it. I probably could wash it in the kitchen sink, but I'd rather just wash it in the bathtub because I have like the stopper that I use and I have more space. Um, it's a thing called from OXO, and it's like the thing you just pop right on top with the drain, and it helps to like catch all the hair and stuff. Because years ago when I had washed my hair, we had ended up having like a clogging issue in the bathtub, and we didn't know why. And then when it was checked, there was hair in there, and when I see the hair, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my hair because it was so much thick hair. So I was like, great, So ever since then, I had to buy something, and because we have one of those old-fashioned drains, you can't just drop something in there. You have to. So I had to find something that I could like kind of plop over it. So it's kind of like a suction thing that you can just put on top, and it just basically covers the drain. I could show that another time if y'all interested, but that's basically that. What else can I think of? Yeah, just keeping my hair covered. Um, let me show y'all. Okay, so this one I'm gonna wash soon. I try to wash it like once a week. I have two of them, and I'm thinking about buying a third one just so I can have at least three of these. I wash them mostly by hand, like once a week or so, and I just put it on like this, and I just wear it to bed. Sometimes like when I'm just hanging out in the house, like if I'm cooking, sometimes I'll wear it depending, or if I'm laying down in my bed just relaxing, trying to minimize the amount of lint. As y'all see, I don't really have much lint in my hair, which is pretty good. So I try to keep that out. I don't really like lint because it makes it look dirty, even though my hair is not dirty. I don't like it on clothes. Like, you can't always avoid it, but I try to minimize it if I can. My hair is black, so excuse me, it's gonna show on my hair more because it's black. Excuse me. My hair is like actually like it changes color. Like in the summertime, I think it becomes like a number two. But my hair is kind of like a 1B, kind of like that. Not like jet black, but it's kind of like a little off black, and then sometimes it gets a little dark brown. I was thinking about getting color. Speaking of color, but I'm kind of nervous of getting my hair dyed or anything like that. So I don't know. And if I did, I probably wouldn't do the whole head. I probably just do like maybe just the roots. I'm not sure, or just a few pieces here and there. But I know that a lot of times the chemicals can be very damaging to the hair. So I'm not really sure about that. I'm a little nervous to put any chemicals in my hair. Yeah. And what else? Drinking, trying to drink water. Water is important, for your hair. This bottle is actually from Portland, Oregon. I went there in May and I bought, I don't even think y'all can even see that. Yeah, it's kind of small and it's kind of not zooming in. But it says hello from Portland. So that's basically that. Um, so I'm gonna get ready to go. If y'all have any questions about the log journey, y'all can drop them in the comments. But I just kind of wanted to get on here and just kind of freestyle and just talk about my journey with makeup. My godmother, like when I shake my hair like this, she's like, oh, that sounds like it hurt because you can hear it because my locks are. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but my locks are like heavy. Okay, that would actually hurt a little right there. But yeah, you gotta shake them. You know, like at some point you gotta, especially when you started, like when I did with a big chop with little tiny little twists, and now you got like hair dangling and stuff. You gotta shake it. Like it's only right. I'll show you the back. It's only right that you. I whip my hair like Oh yeah, excuse my tag. I just bought this shirt. That's tacky. I just bought this shirt, so I wanted to try it on. I wanted to try it on, and I like it. It's pretty nice. It's a regular black shirt and stuff. So I'm probably gonna wash it by hand. I'm trying to look for the other one that I bought. I'm like, how come I can't find it? So I'm trying to figure out where I put it. But I'll figure that out. So I will talk to y'all later. Hope y'all enjoy your Sunday. Hope you get some rest. Hope you have a peaceful day. I woke up really early this morning. I went to do laundry. Then I ran out and threw out the garbage and recycling. And I decided to get on here a little bit because I don't really get on here like that. So that's that. I will talk to y'all again soon. My birthday is on July 22nd. So I'm looking forward to that. And I am looking forward to getting my hair done because I've been stretching this retwist for a long time. Last time I had a retwist was, I think, May 16th. Let me see. I hope y'all can hear me because I've been on here all this time talking. I think it was May 16th. Yeah, May 16th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this Thursday will make like 8 weeks. So yeah, it's been a while since I had a retwist, but you know, sometimes it's good to give your hair a break. Don't get retwist too often. I know it depends on the person. I personally am not trying to semi freeform, so I'm not like planning to like go 6 months without a retwist. Like that's not my goal. At least not at this point in my life. And I also don't want to get it done too soon, even though technically I can get it done sooner because my hair grows fast and I have really thick new growth, as y'all saw earlier. I showed it, so it comes in really fast. So it wouldn't be like I'm just retwisting nothing. So I used to do like every 5 weeks or so, but this time I was like, let me stretch it because I want to do it closer to my birthday. And if I had did it closer to the last time I got it done, it would have been like too close to to do it again. And then I would have to go on my birthday without a retwist. And I'm just like, no, I kind of want my hair retwisted. So yeah. So I'm gonna go and I will talk to y'all again soon. Bye.